Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty and the Frizz. My name is Kara. Whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me today on another day of FRIZZMAS. This is day 4 and today's video is part of a collab. One of my fellow YouTubers, her name is Niecey Beauty, asked me to participate in a collab with a bunch of other YouTubers, and I'm so excited because today we are doing our version of a holiday glam look. I will be living vicariously through anyone watching that is doing any type of holiday situation where they need to have a glam look, because I am not going anywhere. But if you want to see what I would wear if I was going somewhere, keep watching this video. Let me know what you think about the look, and if makeup is your therapy, if it's your love, your art, my love for makeup just continues to grow. If you feel the same way, definitely consider joining the community because I'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started. So as I said, Niecey Beauty reached out to me and asked me to be a part of this amazing collab. And collabs are so fun because, oh, y'all can't even see my little bow present. There we go. And these collabs are so great because I'm able to connect with other YouTubers that I may not have come in contact with. And I just love this community. It's so positive, and just knowing that we all share this love, because let me tell you, you cannot talk to just anybody about makeup, especially when it comes to like pricing and brands and stuff like that, and being upset about certain things. Everybody doesn't understand. And I love having a community of people that enjoy makeup the same way that I have grown to love it. So this is a holiday glam look. There were really no rules or anything like that. It's just our version. And I'm so excited to see what the other collaborators come up with, because we all have our own perspective of what would be a holiday glam look. So today I'm sharing mine. Now, I used to go to this party every year. It was like a party for city teachers, and it used to be at this place called Martin's West, and it was really fun. I don't know if they still have that, but that would have been my holiday get together. I'm just not going anywhere right now. I know some people do, and to each his or her own. Is really no, you know, judgment or anything like that. It's just, I'm not going nowhere. I have my own little house parties with myself, I guess. I don't think I mentioned it, but all of the other participants in this collab, their videos will be linked in the description box, so you can check out their holiday glam looks as well. Okay, I did do my brows. I used the NYX Lift and Snatch brow pen. It is a felt tip pen. I use this every single day. I either use the shade Black or Espresso, whichever one I can find at the time. But this is like my go-to. Sometimes I'll go over it with a brow soap, but lately I haven't been. So next would be my primer. Today I am using the Huda Beauty Water Jelly Primer, and that's it right there. You can see I have gotten quite a bit of use out of this. Just taking a couple pumps. Let me get my fan. Hold on, I'm gonna be fancy. My primer already dried when I went to go get the fan. I don't even use fans like that, but I forgot I had this Kaleidos fan. Okay, that was a lot. But you know what I'm saying? If you're getting ready for a party and you want to get glam, you know what I'm saying? You might have your little fan, just trying to be fancy. And matter of fact, if I was getting ready for a party, I will be having me a little pre-game action as well. So we just gonna go ahead and crack open the Euphoria. I'm just having a little bit, not too much, because I get silly and I don't want to do that. Now that I have my primer on and my brows are done, I will be going into my foundation. Now, daily I wear my Glowish skin tint, but this other Huda Beauty product, this is the Faux Filter foundation stick, has been my absolute favorite probably this year and since I bought it last year. So I'm gonna actually combine the two. Now the shade in my foundation is Baklava, and my shade, and that is 340G. And my shade in Glowish is 05. So I'm just going to, need a mirror. I'm gonna just go ahead and apply that. Now for this glam look, I definitely am going a little heavier with the coverage. Now, honestly, even if it's a party, I don't need like a whole bunch of coverage, but I like sheer to medium coverage. I have started to really pay attention to my skin. I have been fortunate all these years to not really have any issues, but once I started experiencing some acne, especially in the chin area, I was just like, you know, you cannot take your skincare for granted. So I don't prefer a like really heavy foundation. I like all my efforts with my skin to show through. So even if my freckles show through, like I'm fine with that. And it's all good. I feel like this match in this foundation is really, really good. And I love the dewiness of the Glowish skin tint. It's just great. Just adding the foundation stick just for a little bit of extra today. But usually it's just one or the other. I am using the BK Beauty 101 foundation brush to blend this in. This is pretty much the only brush I use for foundation. It is just my favorite ever. Now I will be using a powder, so if this is too dewy for you, you might not want to use the Glowish because you will glow, you will. But when I put my powder on, it definitely mattes it a little bit. Okay, so next in my makeup routine would be my Pat McGrath Concealer. This is the shade M14. I haven't tried that many concealers in my makeup life, but once I found this one, I may have tried 2 other concealers ever. Once I tried this one, I have not tried anything else. So yeah, that's all she wrote. I did just recently purchase a backup of this at the VIB holiday sale. Just putting a little down here because I do have a couple little blemishes. That's pretty much it. But yeah. Ooh, now I have the cutest concealer brush. Where is she? This is by Rare Beauty. This brush right here is so perfect. I just bought this randomly from one of the VIBs last year. It is perfect for blending out your concealer. I love it. So I'm just tapping it in here. This Pat McGrath concealer, if you have not tried it, I think it's definitely worth it. And I don't know, I'm just not interested in trying anything else, so I don't have much concealer advice. This one is just perfect for me, and I just feel like, why try others? So now I'm going to take my powder and go ahead and set my under eye and just the areas where I put my concealer, as well as right here, because this area gets shiny as well. So for powder, I'm using the Tatcha Radiant Translucent Setting Powder. Now up until I started using this, I was using the Charlotte Tilbury Pressed Powder, the Airbrush Flawless Finish. I love both of these. I can use them interchangeably. I just have to decide, do I want a loose powder or the pressed powder? So it does come out of this little middle area, and I am going to just go ahead and press lightly underneath my eyes. I like to tap off my brush too, just to make sure, you know, I'm not putting on too much. I haven't had an issue with this powder looking cakey or anything like that, and I don't have any creasing, so I don't really have any issues. The other thing I wanted to say about the foundation and the Glowish skin tint is that I do feel like it's long wearing, and if it does wear away, because my job as a teacher is pretty active, I feel like it wears away naturally. And both of those products are fragrance free, and I just wanted to mention that because before these products came out, Huda Beauty, you know, has another foundation, and it is heavily fragranced, and that's why I never tried it. So that's just something to keep in mind. So here's what we're working with the base so far. And I love like the dewiness on the cheeks, but I feel like I'm matte where I need to be. The next step is bronzer. I'm going to be taking my Gucci bronzer in the shade 3. I have two Gucci bronzers, the shade 3 and the shade 4. I think 4 is more like warmer and has more of a red base. And just with the look I'm doing today, I don't necessarily want that red base. So I'm taking one of my BH Cosmetics brushes and we're just gonna go ahead and warm up the forehead area. Gonna warm up just along my hairline, and I'm gonna try to keep it up in this area. And I'm not, honestly, like, I try to be a minimalist when it comes to makeup, so I'm not really doing anything different than my typical get ready situation. I think the only thing I did was I put more foundation on, but everything else is what I normally do. And then I will, you know, holiday it up more so with the eyeshadow and what I choose to do with the lipstick. So just giving myself a little depth and bronzing in this area. And this bronzer is so good, and it does have a scent, but this scent does not bother me. This is the same Gucci scent that's also in the lipsticks, but it doesn't last long at all. So just bronzing in these areas, giving myself a little more color. Then I'm gonna just kind of do under here. Now blush would usually be next, but I think I'm gonna wait until after I am finished the look to see where I want to go with that, because I'm just not sure. Now, what's a little bit out of the ordinary is, so I'm gonna leave my blush and my highlight for last. I'm gonna go to lipstick. I am basing this look around a lipstick that I wanted to wear today. This is a new lipstick that I purchased from VIB, and it probably has been in my cart or on my loves since February when it came out. This is the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude lipstick in the shade Amorosa. And this is the lipstick I want to wear for my holiday glam look. So if you know me, I love eyeshadow, but I always like something in my look to be the standout. And it's usually either the eyes or the lips. 9 times out of 10 is bold eyes and nude lips. I love nude lips, and one of the reasons that I think I love nude lips is because as the lipstick wears away, it's not as dramatic as when you have a bold lip. And the other thing is, I really struggle with bold lips. Not that my lips are big, but like trying to get it in here and perfect and everything is just rough. But I have been working with some bolder lip shades, and I am excited to kind of expand my little lipstick game. But today we are going to use this shade, so I'm going to go ahead and put it on. And you know what? I know I've got a mix of luxury and other products, but we're going to go ahead and put it on with this ColourPop liner. I love ColourPop lip liners and eyeliners for that matter. So that's it right here. And I think it's going to be perfect with this shade. So we'll go ahead and apply the lipstick. If you have not tried the Natasha Denona lipsticks, I really, really like these a lot. They're really creamy and they're really smooth. And they smell good too. You can see it's just a little cooler toned pinky nude lipstick. So now we're going to get into the eyeshadow look. I'm going to start by priming my eyelids with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. And I usually switch between this and the Glam Light Icing Primer. Now, if I'm going out and I'm gonna be dancing and stuff like that, I feel like the icing primer might be a little too oily, a little too emollient. But this is a bit thin, and I like that. I have found, like when I'm at work, that my eyeshadow really doesn't move. And we're not trying to look a mess, like at the end of the night. You know what I'm saying? You know when you go and then they turn the lights on and then people be like, ugh. Like I'm not trying to be that. I'm just using a sponge to kind of tap this out. And sometimes I use a sponge, sometimes I use my finger, sometimes I have a brush that I use. But either way, we are about to get into the eyeshadow look, and I'm excited. Oop, and I gotta change my camera battery. Okay, you guys, I am back, and we are now ready for eyeshadow. But what I wanted to do, hold on. I do like to kind of set my makeup throughout the process. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Setting Spray, Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. And I just purchased this recently. I love that this is like a mist. It is really nice. So today I want to mix some mainstream and some indie. So I want to mix my Melt Cosmetics Mary Jane palette with my Clionadh Cosmetics Stained Glass Shadows. I'm only going to probably use one Clionadh that I have in mind, but this is my, well, part of my collection. These are just so gorgeous, and these can enhance any look. They could take your look from regular schmegular to like something just beautiful that people be like, what is that on your eyes? You know what I mean? Mary Jane. Now this is my Remix Mary Jane palette. I did pop out this shimmer and this one and put my own in, but I think I really want to use the mattes in here. I might want to use some of the shimmers. We'll see. But I am mainly here for the mattes today. This is a palette that really grew on me, and I'm into it now so much that I wanted to use it for this look. So I think I'm going to start off today by using a Rephr 27 brush, and I'm going to go into the shade Mari. Mari is this brown matte, this light brown matte. I do think I want to get really smoky with this look. The Melt Cosmetic mattes are very pigmented, and I don't want to put on too much. This is one of the lighter ones, but in this palette, but you know, we're gonna smoke it out a little more. So this might not be the one I want to use. I think we're gonna, I see it a little bit, but no. Let's go into Rubia. Rubia is a tad darker. So let's do that. Starting from the outer corner and just taking it over and going back and forth. And this is gonna be like a little bit of grungy glam. This Rephr 27 brush is a beautiful brush for diffusing shadow, and like, so it's not so concentrated. It's really good for your transition shade. But these mattes, you could actually apply these ones. Sometimes Melt's formula can be a bit finicky, but these mattes, no matter how you apply the ones in the Mary Jane palette, they're awesome. And I think I'm gonna just stop there with the transition, because now we're gonna add a little more depth with the crease. Yes, we are. So I'm now taking my Rephr 13 brush, and I'm gonna go into the shade Sensimilia. That is this shade here, a very nice deep brown. Just taking a little bit, because you'll be able to see this shade is a lot deeper, and I just want to have the amount of pigment, not too much. I'm just taking it through the crease and just giving the look just a little more smokiness. And as you can see, these blend so nicely. Did I say 13? This is a Rephr 14. I might have said 13. Now the Rephr 14 is great for hooded eyes. So if you have hooded eyes, these are just beautiful brushes. This makes me want to order some more Rephr brushes, but I need to chill out. I'm just going to take this brush here. It's a Morphe brush. I'm going to go back into Rubia. And sometimes I go out of order with my eye looks, but well, there is no order. But I just want to bring this underneath the lower lash line. I'm gonna do Rubia on both sides here, and then I'm gonna go back into Sensimilia to connect the outer corner, or the outer corner with the bottom lashes. As you can see, we're starting to get that smoky eye look. Just trying to get in that space right here. I love that. All right, you guys, so that's kind of like the vibe I'm going for with this look. And next I want to get into one of the shimmers. I'm looking at Bamba and I'm looking at Santa Maria, but I'm going to go into Santa Maria. They're both these like ash kind of gray shades, but Santa Maria is this one right here. And I am gonna spray this, and I'm going to focus that on like the outer portion of the lid, and then we'll get into one of the Cliona shades for the rest of the lid. So I'm putting it on my brush first and then spraying. And this is a Lavish brush. I got this one in a BoxyCharm, I'm sure. But I love, 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 love this shade. I was gonna return this palette, and now I'm so glad I did not. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. And this will probably be the end of me using the Mary Jane palette. So I love that. So let's put that away. And I'm gonna get another packing brush. Now I do see some little patchiness under here that I know I need to fix. All right, so the shade that I was looking at, trying to get these Clionas out. I have dropped this palette so many times. This is Bloodline right here. And I'll show you what this looks like. I don't know if you can see, but look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Like, So we're gonna go ahead and put that on the rest of the lid. Dipping my brush into it. This is a rougher number 28. And spraying it, of course. And I am spraying it with the Mayron Mixing Media, and you can see how nicely it really liquefies that shadow. It also helps to minimize the fallout. And I am just trying to mix it with Santa Maria, which was that shimmer from Mary Jane. And I just love that. I'm gonna take the shade Brit Brit. Now Brit Brit is just, let me not do that. Brit Brit is a metallic shimmer, and I'm just gonna go ahead and pop that in the middle here just to kind of merge all of it together. I was about to put something on here that just didn't go. It was, I think it would have clashed with the lipstick because it was like this orangey flame shade, and it was just gonna be too much. And then now I need an inner corner highlight, and I'm thinking, not thinking, I already know. For my inner corner highlight, I'm gonna use one of my favorite Clionas. This is the shade Vermilion. Cliona is really like one of the best of the best. They're pricey. I have not bought anything since their last sale, and I'm not adding to my singles collection at this time. But when I add to my singles collection again, it would be Cliona, hands down. They're expensive, but they're worth every penny. Hopefully you can see that beautiful kind of fire rosy pink. I love this. I love this whole look. This is what we have, and just to put it with the lipstick, I'm gonna do liner and mascara too. I haven't been doing lashes, so I mean, sometimes for a holiday look I think I would, but I don't want to. I love this, and I don't want my lashes, because my eyes are so hooded, will cover up everything. So I'm gonna put on my liner and my lashes, or my mascara. Then we're gonna come back and do the blush and the highlight. So I'll be right back. All right, y'all, so here is the final eye look. Now for the bottom liner, I use the ColourPop Silver Liner, and for the top, I just used a Tarte liner pen, a black one. So just super simple. Now let's get into this blush real quick, because I do have a date to play Roblox with August. Now I have not purchased from Hourglass for some time, but I have to admit, they probably have some of my favorite blushes, and this is the shade Sublime Flush. I figure if I buy it, I mean, I'm gonna use what I got. This is the shade Sublime Flush. This blush and At Night are two of my favorite blushes in my collection. I'm gonna use my favorite blush brush. This is the Rephr 22, and y'all, this brush, like, this just makes you feel glam, like you're going somewhere, you know? I like this blush because with the ambient powder that Hourglass includes in their blush, I don't know, it's just the glow that it gives you. I don't know, I haven't seen that in any other blush. And I don't know, I know with the ambient powders, there have been some issues that they need to fix. But I wanted to know if anybody of a deeper skin tone has tried any of these blushes. Like, some of them are really light, but this one I feel like you can build up. I just don't know because I'm pale, and I hope they will get themselves together. But as I said, this is an old blush, and I just thought it was gonna go perfectly with this look. So this is how I would do it. And I just love it because it's giving me just a dewiness, and I don't know, I just like it. I'm just talking at this point. But this is the look. Where's my spray? For a look like this, I would use a finishing powder and then spray, and that's it. So let's look up close. Here's what we've got. Let me take this off because I wouldn't be wearing this to the holiday party. This is the finished look. So let me know what you think about this look. I really enjoyed creating this. And like I said, I have a Roblox date with August and Marky, so I will be all glammed up to play whatever game they want to play tonight. So thank you so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me. Thank you, Niecey, for including me in this awesome collaboration. I cannot wait to see all of the other looks that everyone does that, you know, has participated. It's always exciting, as I said, to see different perspectives because makeup is so personal, and we do have things that make us feel glam and that make us feel good, and I like to see that from different people. So again, everyone, yes, I'm ready. Everyone that participated in the collab will be linked in the description box below. Again, thank you for hanging out with me on another day of FRIZZMAS. I hope this was therapy for you because it definitely was for me. So until I see you again, make sure you are being gentle with yourself, talk to yourself nice, stay safe, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye.